Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video I just wanted to answer some of the frequently asked questions that I'm getting on this Redmi Note 3. And I have been testing this Redmi Note 3 now for almost 5 days. I started using this device from 29th of February with my primary SIM. And just yesterday, in fact, I posted my unboxing video, and we got actually a lot of comments about the product. As you can see, hundreds and hundreds of questions that I got. So I just took down the most popular questions that I got, and in this video I'll try to actually answer them. These are the questions that I noted down, and I'll be answering them. So this video can be a little bit long, sort of vlog style, so just bear with me. And the first question that I'm getting a lot about this device is about the SIM card. It's a dual SIM device, guys, but it's a hybrid SIM. The first SIM slot is a normal micro SIM, but the second slot is that nano SIM, and in that slot you can put your nano SIM or a micro SD card. So it's a hybrid SIM solution, and it's a dual SIM device. Next thing that I'm getting this question a lot is about the Gorilla Glass protection, or what kind of glass protection do we have on this Redmi Note 3. And to be frank, I have no answer regarding that, and I tried to get that answer from Xiaomi. I actually messaged them even last night. I didn't get any answer, and even on Twitter today earlier morning, if you see, I asked that question to Xiaomi and even addressed it to Hugo Barra, but I still did not get an answer. So I'm not very sure what kind of glass protection is there, but there is some protection, because earlier this morning I just took a coin and tried to rub it on the screen, and as you can see, even though I was pressing it really hard and rub it, it did not get any scratches. So yes, there is some protection, but we just don't know what it is. Is it Concord glass? Is it Dragon Tail glass or Gorilla Glass? So no answer from Xiaomi, but there is some protection, because as you can see, this is the device itself and still no scratches. So let's move to the next question. This is one peculiar question that I got. This is regarding as we have two variants of this Redmi Note 3. One comes with 2 gigabytes of RAM, and the other comes with 3 gigabytes of RAM. And some people were wondering, do both the variants have the same processor and the same GPU? Yes, both of them are running the Snapdragon 650 chipset with the Adreno 510 GPU. The one that I have is actually the 3 gigabyte RAM model, and it's exactly the same. The only difference is regarding the internal storage and the memory. The 2 gigabyte RAM model comes with 16 gigabytes of internal storage, whereas the 3 gigabyte RAM model comes with 32 gigabytes of internal storage. Rest of the things are the same. Some of you have also asked me about any heating issues with this device, because it runs that new Snapdragon 650 SoC, and I have to say I did not notice any heating issues with this device. I've been using it as my primary device for last 5 days. I did a lot of GPS navigation also, etc. That worked fine, and I haven't noticed any excessive heating or abnormal heating like we noticed on the Mi 4i. So no heating issues as of now. Some of you have also asked me, how is the gaming performance? I actually did not play a lot of games, but I did test it with the Asphalt 8 and Modern Combat 5, and both of those games ran without any issues. In fact, Asphalt 8, I kept it on the highest graphics setting, and then also it played fine. I'll try to post a dedicated gaming review very soon. Next question that I'm getting a lot is regarding any UI lags, and does it work with the Google launcher? I haven't noticed any lagginess while using this device, as I've mentioned earlier also. And yes, it works perfectly fine with Google launcher if you don't like the default launcher. And personally, I have been using it with this Google launcher for the last couple of days. Some of you have also asked me about the charging time, and is it having a fast charger? Xiaomi says that the charger is Qualcomm fast charger version 1, but guys, let's be realistic. The Qualcomm fast charger version 1 is simply not that fast, and I would say from 15% to 100%. I did not time it exactly, but it took slightly over 2.5 hours. So, but again, it has that huge battery. That's a 4050 milliamp hour battery. So again, it's not the fastest charger, but again, the battery life is actually really good on this device. Next thing is, some of you have also asked me about the IR blaster, and yes, I checked the IR blaster. We have that built-in app from Xiaomi, but I also tested it with some third-party apps. For example, I personally like the Spiel remote app, and it worked perfectly fine with the same. Next question that I am getting is regarding the touch type capacitive buttons that we have on the bottom, and yes, these are actually backlit. Some of you have also asked me, how is the sound quality via the headphone jack? I did listen to a lot of music, and I have to say the sound quality from the headphone jack is actually pretty good, and also it can go really loud. So no problems regarding the sound quality from the headphone jack. Now, some of you are asking me about the battery life. I have to say the battery life that I was getting on this device is nothing short of spectacular. Here are some screenshots, and this is with very heavy usage with the GPS usage and mostly on 4G. And then also I could get about 7 hours of screen on time, and this is after 1.5 days of usage with my primary SIM. And still I would say now it's on the third charge, and still I'm getting very good battery life. So in terms of battery life, Xiaomi has done an outstanding job in my opinion. Some of you have asked me about GPS. Yes, I did test the GPS. Actually, I was traveling somewhere about 4 days ago, and I used this one, and I used the GPS for 1.5 hours, and the GPS works very well. And in fact, the speaker output also while using the GPS was good and clear. Now, some of you have also asked about the fingerprint scanner. The fingerprint scanner actually works very well on this device. It's very responsive and very quick. Regarding FM radio, does it have FM radio? Yes, this device has FM radio, but you have to attach your headphones because that acts like an antenna. And yes, I did test it, it worked fine. Some of you have asked me about USB Otg functionality also, and yes, USB Otg functionality works out of the box, and you don't even have to install third-party launchers because it has a built-in file explorer and it works with USB Otg. Regarding the camera performance, some of you have asked me, I would say the camera performance is decent for the price range. For example, we should compare this device with devices like the LE1S, the Honor 5X, Lenovo K4 Note, and I would say it is certainly better than the Honor 5X camera and even slightly better than the LE1S, but I would say it's similar to the camera performance that I was getting with the K4 Note. I did not test the video performance, but I'll definitely try to do that also very soon. So the camera performance for the price is actually pretty good, but again, don't expect that it will compete with the higher priced handsets. For example, the Nexus 5X has a much better camera than this, but for the price, I feel the camera performance is decent. I'll also try to post a dedicated video regarding the camera performance very soon. And some of you have also asked me, does it have a gyroscope sensor? Yes, it has a gyroscope sensor, and I tested it even with the YouTube 360 degrees videos, and it works perfectly fine. And again, this product is going on sale from 9th March on Amazon India. I'll have the links for Amazon India in the YouTube show notes. Again, I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching, and if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Thank you. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.